So the male lead son and the main character looks into, the case that the main character did his last segment on, and they found out everything looks suspicious. The supposed briberies that the teacher took, the whole, sexually harassing his students, they were all lies. They even get the information from his daughter, and when they start looking into things, they find it suspicious. The girl who confessed, one of the children who confessed that her teacher had done something to her, stated that he didn't do anything. That her family wanted the money to gain more money. And the fact that the family was just trying to help the other family because they barely had any evidence. Sadly, there's not much the main character can do because basically he's told to back off. The male lead told him he will handle it, he will take care of it, and the main character's okay, fine. Which upsets the male lead's son. And the main character behind the male lead's back was working with the daughter of the person who was accused of bribery and molesting children. He was working with her, trying to, show her how to deal with it, how to reveal that maybe her father was accused of these crimes, what truly happened. Like, he was working with her, except she backed out on him and he didn't know what to do. Finally, the main character had enough. Like, the male lead said, hey, I will handle it. He gave the other show, the show that fucked everything more up, the chance to fix everything. Not really fix everything, mostly more cover the fuck it up. And the main character's like, no. So the main character made alive and stated the mistake him and his show made after the, woman backed out. The main character was like, no, I will continue, I will word it out. Which gets the main character literally fired from his position as the host on the show, and all his teammates also basically reforced into other sections or literally fired over it. The main character goes from being host to a reporter and working for the host rival, and the host rival gets both his shows. Gets the show the main character used to work on and the show the main character basically made to the spotlight. He literally gets it. And I'm fucking pissed. I was so fucking pissed. I wanted to literally beat the male lead to death over it. Like, he promised the main character he will fix the situation. Instead, he got pissed off because he asked the main character what he wanted. And the main character's like, I want fucking revenge for this man. And the male lead's like, fuck you. We're done. And I'm like, fuck you, bitch. And let's just say the main character is literally miserable working for the host rival. He literally assigns the main character things to do and then backs out of it. He literally backs the fuck out of any kind of topic he sends the main character to collect information and evidence and that, and then it's like, we're not going to do a show about it, even though the main character literally risks his life each time. And I'm like, fuck you, you little fucking whore. Also, the main character ended up going on a date with the male lead. I can't remember if this was before the main character made the last segment for his show, revealing the truth, or afterwards, but they go to like a horse place, and they end up running into that sponsor. The male lead literally handed the main character over, and the main character was talking with him, and the dude was literally threatening the main character. He was sitting there going, oh yes, I know who you are, I know who your father is, you will never able to prove your father innocent. Back the fuck up or I'm you. You're only lucky that you have the male lead. Be happy. And I'm like, and the main character literally tried killing him. The main character's like, oh, like he was attempting to murder this man. And when the male lead caught him, he literally whipped the main character. He literally whipped the main character bloody. And I'm like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Also, that same sponsor kidnaps the main character, kidnaps the nurse, and they literally held the main character and their nurse imprisoned. And the main character was able to help the nurse escape, and when the male lead realized the main character had been kidnapped, he rushed to the scene and saved the main character. But the main character's little heart had stopped for a bit. It literally stopped. The main character literally almost died by the hands of the sponsor. And I was so angry. I was so angry. After everything's done to the main character really doesn't want to go against the sponsor and his company anymore because he's terrified. He literally had died, almost literally died by the hands of his kidnapper. And the male lead just barely doing anything to really protect him, and it's terrifying. So when the main character gets a call from the father of the victim from his homosexual case of the HIVs and hepatitis B, and finds out that the kid has a new disease created from the drugs created from the sponsor's company, the main character was like, no, I'm not doing a case. Like, he even tries providing them funds and medical care. He's like, but I ain't getting involved with this. I'm not helping you. But the dude was very upset. Like, he understood why the main character didn't want to help, but they didn't take his funds either. They're like, we can't take your medical help or your funds. We cannot take it. The dude ended up killing himself. Like, the father of that kid, he killed himself. Also, the main character, when he goes to look into another case, they find out that the water is being, polluted by a company. Like, the company has helped the area with the funds and stuff, like made the area more wealthy, but it also made a lot more children and people around the area very sick, like deathly sick. They're literally dying because their water is being polluted. And the person gave the main character the evidence, and the main character had went with the male lead son, but when the male lead son realized the company they're about to go against is literally his family's company, he backed out and he took the evidence with him. And the main character kept calling him, texting him. At this point, first, the main character wasn't going to help, but when he sees more people are being injured, he can't. Like, he didn't want to go against his husband because this is his husband's family, but he literally has to do it. He has to do it. No more. He has to go against his husband again, even if it means ruining his marriage. So the male lead gets, like, a disease, like he has a brain tumor, if I'm correct, or has, like, at least some sort of tumor. And I'm sitting there going, that's what you deserve. You deserve worse, actually. You deserve worse. Because you honestly don't deserve the main character. And the fact that the main character is willing to go against his own integrity and morals to help your family and look the other way because he's terrified of losing you is so fucked up. Like, the main character is also afraid of literally dying. Because I forgot to tell you this. Yeah, the main character, after the male lead almost literally drowned him, and the repeat times the male lead has whipped him and suffocated him, the main character is actually terrified of the male lead and thinks everything the male lead has done in their relationship isn't just out of love or lust, was out of ways to keep the main character in control. And it fucking pisses me off. The fact the main character is kind of terrified of his husband. Though the book states the male lead also is terrified of the main character and knows why the main character even got involved in the company and the get-go was to solve his father's case, but, like, that's so fucked up. The male lead son ends up doing the right thing and giving the evidence the main character needs to the main character. They end up throwing the people who needs to be in jail. Like, they didn't get everyone, but they do throw some people in jail, and they were able to get others to resign from their positions. The male lead even resigns from his own position and works as a CEO in a business company, and he was originally supposed to be, like, some sort of, like, politician. Like, he was supposed to get a high politician position, but thanks to everything, he resigned from it. Like, that's why he kept, like, pushing the main character away from things. One, for the main character's safety, but also for the fact that he might lose his position. He wanted both his position and wanted both the main character. Like, fuck you, Matt Wade. Fuck you. And before I end it, yeah, the main character got kidnapped again. He got kidnapped by the sister of the sponsor to threaten the main character, and the main character's like, I'm not afraid of you. I'm doing what I need to do, so fuck off. But she even gave him an offer. Someone beside her was giving him the offer that if, he kept his mouth shut about the whole plot, pollution thing, they will give him all the evidence he needs to prove his father's innocence. And he's like, fuck you. I'm getting both the proof of both these cases, and you're both going to jail if it's the last thing I do, fuckers. And I'm like, that's my queen. That's my queen. Also, finally, the male lead told the fucking host rival bitch to fuck off and not call him the same name the main character calls him. He finally did it. It took literally the last literal chapter. I'm finally up to the extras, but it literally takes right before the eulogy, the last fucking chapter, for him to tell that host rival to fuck off, to fucking fire him. We'll mostly make him resign. It literally took the entire series, and that fucking fucks me up because he was literally still going out and visiting this guy. He was literally going out and eating with him. He was having this guy come visit him in the hospital. Like, it pissed me off, and it was just at the end. He literally had to watch his wife, husband almost die several times before he told this fucker fuck off. I'm like, fuck you, male lead. Like, happy you finally told that person to shove up, but it took you that long? It took you that long? You don't deserve him. You don't deserve the main character.